that how we can place annotation objects like our text dimension in this Revit. So for that, let's go to any particular orthographic view, that is our floor plan or elevation. So let me go to this level 1, and here for placing this text or placing dimensions, I'll go to annotate tab, and here I have all these options. So these are the option for creating your dimension. So here I have this align dimension. If you choose this align dimension, so you can create a dimension in any particular angle or for any uh, aligned lines. Now here you can select the center line to this center line. You can place this distance and it will start continue placing. Okay, and this way you can place this dimension and then just click it outside and you have placed this. And if you need to make this equal, so you can click it, so everything wall positions will be changed as well to make it equal. So right now I don't need to make it equal, so I'll not click it here and I can lock it. Okay, so it will remain constant with this. So if I change this wall position, so this wall position will maintain constant to keep this value. So this wall will be moved also if I move this. Uh, so let's select it, and if I select this side, and then if I choose this wall, and here you can see that this wall also moved, is because the value is still same, right? But if I change this wall position, as because this dimension is not locked constant, so this one will not be changed. You can see it is still there and the value is changed. So if you uh, need to change the value later, so you can just keep it unlocked. All right. And we have this linear also. So linear dimension you can place only in the horizontal and vertical direction. And this one will be placed from point to point, like from this point to this point, like this. You can place it this way, and it will go only in horizontal or vertical direction. And here you can see that it's only highlighting the points. So from this point to this point, you can place it either like this or like this. Okay, so this way you can place, and we have this angular. So these are very simple, like AutoCAD. You can just select one line, and if you see that this edge is not being highlighted, so you can just press tab and this edge will highlight, and then this one also with pressing tab, and here you can see this is the 90-degree angle. Okay, that is created. And we have other option. You can define the radial, that if any radius available there, so you can select that. Right now no such object. Okay, so for this you can just select this object, and you can, here you can see that this is the radius value. You can just place this radius value, and later I will show you that you can change the position of your text. All right, so let me just show you first about all these dimension, and similarly you can just select the object and you can place the diameter. And we have the arc length. So first you need to define, and then from which point to which point you need to define the arc length that you need to mention this way, and then click on it. Let me show you again, okay, how to place this arc length. Select that curve object, and then you have to define the start angle and then the end angle, and you got the arc length. Okay, and we have this spot elevation, spot coordinates, spot slope. So you can just place your coordinate value over there. This is the north and east. You can change it to X and Y also. Here, rather than mentioning north, you can replace it with X, and for this east, you can replace it with Y. Okay, I will show you that later also. And we have this spot elevation and spot slope. So for that, I need to go with this elevation, any elevation there, and if any slope is there, so there you can mention the slope. Now let me go with this spot elevation. So for this door height, you can spot the elevation. Okay, and for each element, if you need to provide the elevation, so you can just spot it. Okay, so these options are checked, leader and shoulder you have, and we have this spot slope. So for that, let me create a slope roof over there. Go with this wall, and these are called your temporary dimension. Okay, so you can convert this temporary dimension also. So when you get this temporary dimension, when you select any object, and here you have this symbol. So if you click on this, you can convert this into permanent dimension. Okay, so here you can see this is right now the permanent dimension. You cannot convert it back as a temporary dimension. So for that, you just delete it. And when you select this object again, and you will get that temporary dimension. Okay. And now let me just create a roof, and let's go to level 2 architecture roof. Okay. So now let me show you in the elevation, in any elevation there. Okay. And now let me go to this annotate tab here, and here we have this spot slope, and here we can mention the slope. All right, and how it will show you the uh, length and the height. It's showing you that length by height. So you can just select it. Okay, and here you can go to this edit type. All right, so right now you can see this is the slope, spot slope type. Okay, and here you can see this is the slope direction downward. You can make it upward, so it will go to the upward direction arrow. And here you have this unit format, so you can choose this rise by 1000 rather than you can go for this rise by 12 inches, or you can go for this 1 by ratio, or you can go for this percentage or degrees. All right, and surrounding value. All right, any alternate unit that is selected right now, none. If you want to provide any alternate unit, so that you can provide also. Let me click on apply and OK. And here you can see this is right now the 30-degree angle. So we can provide these values, and we can provide some tag and text as well. So those are available in this annotate tab. You can see this text is available here. So for that, you can go to level 1, and there if you want to provide any text, so you can just simply provide the text. So let me just provide it here, and this is going to be this text we will not provide here. Okay, we will not provide here as because we will name it. We will name the label, and here in the project browser we will get that ground floor plan. So here I don't have I shouldn't mention, just I'm showing you this for the example. Okay, so don't create this kind of text. This we generally create in AutoCAD, but this kind of text is not necessary to mention the uh, plan view name here. Okay, so we can choose this text to place in anywhere else. So right now, let me go with this ground floor plan. So we can just simply create it like that. And then later, if you need to rotate it, you can go for this rotate. You can rotate it here and you can position it. And if you need to change the area for this text, so you can increase or decrease. And here we have this leader also. Okay, so if you want to point out any element, so you can add the leader like this. You can add a leader and you can break it like this. Okay, so that what where you can add for any detailed view, you can add for any element, or your building components of furnitures are there. So for those furnitures, you can add these texts to highlight the name of those component, and you can provide these arrows. Okay, if you want to remove it, just select on this remove, and it is removed. And you can apply the left attachment, right. Okay, alignment, these are available here, and these are also available here also. So where this leader will be added, the alignment option is available here. Okay, and if you want to add any arc leader, so here also you can make it. So it is there, and you can make it arc, right. And then go to its edit type, and there you have all these options, color. And here you see that the background is right now opaque, and here you can make it transparent. So right now the background is opaque. So we have a white background. So we have a uh, white background. So you can make it transparent. Let me click on apply and let me go with this realistic. Now here you can see that if I place on this wall, you see that there is nothing, and this is placed on this wall. And if I change it to opaque, there you can see that we have that white background surrounding this text. So if I'm placing on any object, so it's like it's showing like there is a cut, right? Because of that opaque background. So if you are placing on any object, so you can change it to transparent. And this show border, you can just check it if you want to show the border and the border offset and leader arrowhead. So when you are applying the leader, what will be the arrowhead type? Here it is. And the text font type, from here you can change the text size, the tab size, and the bold, italic, underline, the width factor. This thing you have learned in AutoCAD, so you can apply this easily. All these changes, it will be applied here. So this is how we simply add any text. And for tagging, for providing tags, you can choose tag by category. So rather than providing with this text and arrowhead, you can simply go with this tag by category. Here, if you are placing with any window or any door there, like this, and right now you can see this is right now marked as 1. You can mark it as D1 there, and then go to annotate tab, then tag by category, or you can go for tag all, and there you can choose door tags. So all the door will be tagged. Okay, so you don't have to choose one by one. And if you go for tag by category, so here you can just choose the object and you can place on it. So right now you can see the as per the mark, I'm getting the tag value. And right now this is the D1. So here if I change it to D2, and here it will be reflected the changes. So this is the uh, mark property of this door. Okay, what you add with tag option. So that you have available here. Okay, and here you have multiple category tags. So like any object you have some uh, multiple families included within a single family, like a nested family you have created. So for that you can choose multi-category, or there is no particular category. So you can choose this multi-category. Okay. Or some shared parameters are there which you want to highlight. So for that, you can go with this multi-category option. Okay. So this is how we will place it. And here you have this room tag option. So room tag, you can see this is the room tag. And right now, no such room tag is there. So you know how to place this room tags there. Now let me go to this annotate, and here we have some detail components to create with any detail line. If you want to add any detail in your 2D views like this plan view or any elevation, if you want to add any detail, that detail is not added, or like in this, if some details are not added, so you can go this detail line there. Suppose the brick lines you want to show, the detail, the brick sizes you want to show here. So you can go with that detail line option and can just array, okay, and place all the brick with these lines. So you can add this detail like this. So this is just one example. You can add more details to this detail line wherever you need. So you can go with this detail line option. And here we have this region, filled region option. So filled region is like a hatch in AutoCAD. And this region option also, you can provide any detail. Okay. So like for the what I see is the site. Okay, so for the site, suppose you have applied any site over there, and that is fine. And now you can see right now, let me go with this. Right now it will not apply with this. I have to change with the view range. Let me go with the view range, and here I will make it to unlimited, and here also I'll make it to unlimited and click on apply and OK. Let me check where these. Now if I go to level 3, I think in this level the topography or topo surface option is unchecked in this visibility graphics. Here let me check. Topo, yeah, so topography option is unchecked, so that's why it was not visible. Okay, so we want to show it in this shaded or in this hidden line, okay, in this visual style, but you want to show it to the earth pattern. So you can go to that annotate, and there you have this filled region option, and you can choose which one you want to apply. Okay, so let me go with this ortho cross hatch, and you just define. Okay, let me just go it here. Okay, now let me go for finish and cancel. And now here you can see this is the region we have created. Okay, so you can then change this. All right. And here you can see this is the pattern. And here you can change it to like if the earth option is available, so you can just choose this earth. And what will be the pattern color, fill pattern, the background pattern. Okay, so that is applied here. And again, you need to change the boundary, so can go for it. So that is your region option. And the mask region is for outer side. Okay, so that is your mask region. So the area you will apply, and masking that, the region will be applied. So let me show you. Okay, so here you can see this will create like a uh, complete mask. Okay, so it will create a uh, solid fill. Okay, not like a pattern. It will not fill with a pattern. It will fill with a solid background, or you can say that it will cover up the area with a uh, carpet, or just with a background. It will cover up that area. So if you want to cover up any area, so you can just provide that mask region. So like a mask, you can provide it. Okay. And here we have this option, like this detail component and this legend component also available. So some detail component you can add, okay, like insulation, some kind of detail component, and those component you want to repeat it, so you can choose this repeat detail component. And here we have this legend component. So legend components are placed uh, for providing the symbols. Okay, as per your project, you are applying some symbols, right? So that you need to list in a sheet. What are the symbols, right? So for that, we will choose this legend component. Okay, we will apply with legend component, so that I can place it in the sheet. In any sheet, I can place some legend components. Okay, so let me. Okay, so I will create this new sheet option later. Okay, so I will show you on that time about this detail component. Okay, and here you have this insulation option, so you can provide this insulation in a elevation or in a section view or any detail view also. So we have that call out detail. So for that, go to this view option, and here we have this call out. So with this call out option, you can create a detail. Suppose you have created a stair. So for that stair, you want to create a detailed view for the stair. So for that, you will choose that rectangle, and within this rectangle area, you will define the stair, and this call out view will be created. Now let me switch back to this here. And right now this is level 1, and I will create a call out, go to view and then call out. And here you can go this rectangle, or else you can go for sketch, so that you can draw the boundary for your call out. So these are the difference only, the rectangular boundary or the sketch, the boundary you can define in for any shape Let me go this rectangle, and here I will create this rectangle. Okay, just simply I have created this rectangle, and now you can see that one call out view is created, not this one. One call out view should be created. Let me go to this, go to view, right click and go to view, and this is, and when you go to this view, this level one call out is created. You can rename this like stair detail, and here you can place all the details, and you can highlight, sorry, you can just hide this floor, or within this view you can go to this visibility graphics, and you can uncheck this floor option, so it will not be visible here, and you can make it fine with the details and can make it realistic, and there you can provide all the dimensions. Go to annotate and provide all the dimensions. All right, so next you have this trade number. You can just select this, and this trade number will be provided. Select it. Okay, trade number will be provided. All these trade numbers are provided right now. See. All right, so these details you can provide within this call out detail view. All right, and we have this drafting view option. So when we create this drafting view, so this drafting view will be the opening view. Okay, this drafting view, we generally create the opening view, like let me show you one. Okay, just a second, huh? Let me show you. Just a second, let me open the file. Okay, so here you can see this is the drafting view. So this drafting view is created for the project details. So when you create this, this will be the opening view. Okay, so with this drafting view, you will get the information about the project. Okay, so you can simply create it. So for that, just go to that, and here you have this drafting view. Create this drafting view. What will be the scale? So give it a name. So it is going to be the introduction. This view is going to be the introduction, and there you can create like this. Okay, so with this detail line, you can create, and with this text and all, you can create it. Right, just simply you can create. So for that, go to annotate, and here you have this detail line. create it. All right. And then provide all this text, all the information, this text. And then while saving it, you have this option. Okay. And here you can go for its thumbnail preview. For the thumbnail preview also, you can mention this drafting view introduction. So this introduction page will be highlighted. Okay, so there you can save it. And now whenever you will open it, this introduction page will be the first view. So whenever you open this Revit file or this project, so this introduction file will open first so that you get the information and then you go for the model. So suppose you have sent it to the client, so you need to create like this. Okay, you need to create it so that before searching for the model, the client can understand this is the project all about, and this is the model for this project or this part. Okay, so everything will be mentioned here about the project. So this is how we will create this view, the drafting view, and this duplicate view. This option you have already learned. This right clicking, this duplicate view, duplicate with detailing, duplicate as dependent. These are the same option. And here we have this legend option. Okay. So you can create a legend view. You click on OK. So there in this legend, also you can go to annotate and you can place this legend component. In this legend view, you can place this legend component, and suppose you have applied this door. Okay, this door. So for this door, what is the symbol for plan view? And for front, this is the symbol. For backside, this is the symbol. And there you can mention with the text, this is plan. And like this, you can create, and this will be added in the sheet. Okay. So this way we will create it. All the symbols. So all the symbols will be placed in this legend view. Okay. With this legend component. Yes.
Can you edit the legend symbol?
No, it is totally defined by the family. You cannot edit it.
Okay.
This is as per the family. Here you can see this is as per the family. Okay, so here you can see this is the view direction. Cannot go to this edit type, and right now you see this is the host length. Just you can change the host length. So just the host which is applied for these element. So the host, you can just change it. For this plan view where you can see the host, just you can change the host length if you want to show it with this particular length for this wall, so that you can just show it. Okay. And from here also, if you want to change the component type, again you can change it. For the trees, this is the tree symbol that you mentioned. Okay, so this way you will create a list and you will add it in the sheet. Okay. right? And after that, we will create some sheet. Now let me click on this sheet option. And right now we have just only one title block available, that is A1 metric. And we have this select placeholder sheet. We have some placeholder sheet. So I will come on to this part later about the placeholder sheets. I will show you first about this title block. This title block, how you can create a new sheet. So right now I'm going to select with this A1 metric, and this is the A1 metric sheet is added. And here how you can add this legend view. You can just simply drag it, this legend view, and within this legend, these are the symbols, these many symbols are added. uh, as per the symbols, you will get that total view. So if we add more, you will get that bigger view. And for this also, you have this scale. So if you change the scale, here it will be changed, it will be reflected. Here, if you change, it will be reflected here. Okay, it will be reflected. And I will show you how we can place, how we can modify these things, these things. First, I will show you that how we can create our sheet. Okay, suppose as per my project, I need to create a sheet. Okay, or the title block. The title block I need to create. The title block will come up with the sheet. So how I can create it? So for that, go to this file, then go to this new family. I need to create a title block family. So I will get it in this English folder, and there you have this title block folder. Go to this title block, and you can choose this one. This is the A0 size. Now, do you remember what is the A0 size? Guys, anyone? I have mentioned in the AutoCAD classes. What is the A0 size? Be quick, guys. Hello, Pranab.
So,
What is the A0 size?
actually, I forgot. 1100 by something, 800 something. I forgot to exact.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
1189
Avadut.
into 841.
I hope you haven't Googled it.
What,
You
sir?
remembered? You remembered, or you just Googled it?
No, sir. I have notes.
Thank you. Okay. What is the A1?
Half of it.
Half of which?
A0. 841
So
into.
so that means I will have that total half means 420 by 540. Will that be
No, sir.
so?
Uh, so it will half of 1189.
Right. So the A1 size will be 841 by
By 849.
594.
590.
594.
So, yeah.
Okay, so like that. So these are simple things, guys. Just remember the A0 size, and the others you can remember it easily. So this shouldn't be done, guys. Don't disappoint me. Okay, so I can open with this A0, and if I need to change it again, So from here I can change it. Like this is going to be 900, and this one, let me select this one, or I want to stretch this out, so I'll select it. And from this temporary dimension, I can change it like 1200, and that is, so right now I have the size 900 by 1200. If I have the requirement to create this paper size, so I will create it like that, and I will provide the uh, margin. So let's provide that margin, and the margin I will go with 10 on the top and the bottom, and to the left I will provide 15. Okay, and to this right also I will provide with the 15, and go for trim. So, right, so the margin is provided, and then again go to this create tab, and here you have this line option, or else you can provide with offset. So how much will be the offset? So let me go with 250. Okay, that is created, and then you can provide all these things, all the section for this title block. Okay, so for that also you can create with this offset value. So right now you have this total height is 900, and can minus this 10 and 10. So right now we have this total height of this total block, that is 880. So we can just divide it with 110, and divide it 110. Okay, so let me just stretch this out till here, and let me stretch it out till here. Okay, and like this you can make all these sections. Go for lines. You can split this so that you can get the midline like that. And here you can go with the offset value 55 also, like that you can create it. Okay, all right. And now I hope you guys remember how we created title block in AutoCAD. So in AutoCAD we had the attributes, right? So which will be the variable. So here we have the label like attribute. So we'll provide labels for those values which will be variable. So we'll create labels. So I will not provide for all this. I'll just quickly create it for few here. So like here I will provide a scale. So here you can just place it where it will be placed. So click on there and just choose the right field like scale, double click on it, and it will be added within this label parameter, and this is the parameter name, that is scale right now. And if if you want to add any prefix, so you can add it in the prefix, and this is right now the sample value, so we can change the sample value, so nothing to change it here. And if you need any sample value, so that you can provide here also, like the same, you can provide scale value or else RF factor, anything you can type it here as a sample value, and here it is added, and you can just drag it to increase the area. So this is right now the label, which will be variable, and here I will provide the information which will be fixed. So here I will provide with the scale is okay, and here I can change the height, click on OK, and for this also the label height, I'll change it, and any alignment is required, so that you can change also. And here we can apply the page size and all. Now let me create like a page or project name or anything like that. So let me go with this label and let me click it here, and here I can apply like the building name or checked by or the client name, okay, or the author, who is the author. So double click on it, it will be added, and here you can apply the author name like Technostruct, apply and okay, and right now it is added, and can change the value same. Okay, and here I can create more labels. So I can place with text and label both. So I can go with the text, and here I can provide it like project name. Then what I can do, I can simply copy this. Let me copy it and click it here to change it. Project address like this. Okay. And you can place it all this text here and then go for the label. So label are placed for those values which will be variable, and we can use this template for all our projects. We will just change the variable information, and that is project name, right? Here we have this project name. So click on apply and OK. And also for this project address, project address, click on apply and OK. So this you can create and give it a name, and then go for save it, and then load into the project, okay, where you will be adding it. Let me add into this residential house, and that is added, and it will not create in this view, so that's fine. We can skip this warning, and then go to this sheet option, right click, and you can create this new sheet, or else you can come to this view tab, and there you have this sheet option. Click on this new sheet, and there you can see that title block is listed here, that is family one. Click on OK, and that is available here. Okay, and here you can see right now this is the project name, and for this properties you have this option, you have these options. Okay, so you can see this is right now the scale value is showing nothing, as because no such views are placed. If I place any view over there, Let me place a 3D view. So let me place this 3D view over there. So just simply dragging it, I can place that 3D view. Okay, and right now this is added, and I can add this level 1. This level 1 is so added. Let me add it here. Okay, and as per that, you are getting this scale, and this is the 3D view. Okay, so you can just go to this 3D view to make any changes, or else you can select this, and here you have this activate view. So here you can activate this, and here you can apply these changes. Just a second, it will take time to load. And here you have applied this. Okay, and then double click outside. It's like that same activating the uh, model space and paper space in AutoCAD. Same like that. Okay. And here you can see that is the scale set uh, as per this floor plan view. You can select and activate view, or else you can double click on this also to activate this view. And here if you change this, uh, let me select it here, and here you can see the scale is updated, the scale is changed, and double click outside. If I delete it, I can place just simple this floor plan only. So I have created all these other information like the approved by. So these are not available here. Then this approved by and approver, all these designed by options. These levels are not added here. And here you can see that I don't have that uh, project name and address, these options. So for that, I can go to this manage, and there I have this project information. Okay. So within this project information, if you have any particular type, you can choose that. Here you can just provide that project name. So project name, I will provide demo for batch sun. And here, if you change any information, it will be reflected there also. And for the author, you can just mention Techno Struct LLC, and every other information you can provide just simply. Okay, about these. So let's click on OK, and here you can see the project name is added and the author name is added, and all the other information like the sheet name. So that you need to include as a label in this title block. So that is already there. So what I'll do, I'll go to this edit type, and for this, so this sheet is created. Okay, so sheet is created. Right now you can see this is the sheet. Okay, so let me create another sheet. I'll go this new sheet, and I will choose this title block. And here all these labels are provided. And here you can see the owner is there and the project name is there. And uh, this is the sheet number. Okay, this is sheet number and this is sheet name. So here I can provide like a floor plan. So I'm just providing the values, changing the values, and here it will be reflected. So these are the levels which are added: project number, the date, issue date. So for this issue date, you can go to that manage project information, and there you have this issue date. Okay. So here you can see that it's the date. So you can mention today's date 03/06/21. Click on OK, and here it is visible. So some informations are available in instance parameter, and some information related to the project available within this project information tab. Okay. Fine. So this way we will create our title block. We will provide all the information within the title block, and then we will start adding our views. So in next class, I will show you how to add all these views in our sheet. So this is all for today. Let me know if you have any question, any doubt. Thank you.